Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about The Conjuring. And this is going to be the first of many videos I'm going to be doing. That's all going to be in October. Not all horror movies, but I'm going to try to do at least 2 a week. Maybe 3 or more. We'll see what happens. I don't really have a specific list of movies I'm going to review for each day. But I'm just do whatever comes up and just see what happens. So, now that I got what movie we're going to be talking about, let's get into it. So, I'm sure you know what this movie is. The Conjuring is based off of the true case files of the Warrens, and it's basically their story is that these movies are based off of loosely. And what these movies basically are, with this, how do I say this? It's just focusing on the Warrens and them going off on their adventures, basically. You want to call it that? And overall, I enjoyed the movie, even though it's kind of a mixed bag. I watched it last night, and it holds up for the most part. There are some special effects that don't really hold up anymore. But, 1 second. Where this movie works is Ed and Lorraine Warren. I think those 2 characters are the best part of the movie. And the actors who portray them, they're also very good. And the first 5 minutes of the movie is really great. It's basically a 5-minute Annabelle prequel that's much better than any of the Annabelle movies. Yeah. Oh, that's sad. 6 years since this movie came out. We still haven't gotten a great Annabelle movie. So, the first 5 minutes of the movie is really suspenseful. It's great. It sets up the tone really well. The music that's used for the opening crawl, I liked that a lot. I liked. There's a lot to like about this movie. I don't think there's any performance in this movie that I zeroed in on as being bad or really weak. And there's some nice directing in this movie that's like above horror, the average horror movie that I'm used to seeing nowadays. And there's some other stuff that I'm probably not mentioning, but I think it's best if I just get into my complaints with this movie, and that is the first 5 minutes were suspenseful, but the rest of the movie I didn't really find scary. And that's probably my biggest issue, was I wasn't really scared, mainly because I don't know. It was a step above what I'm used to seeing, but unfortunately that's all the movie was, just a step above, and for me that's not enough. It doesn't use loud noises with jump scares in this movie, which I did admire, but it didn't really make it didn't grab me as well as it could have, I feel. I was entertained throughout the whole movie. There's not really a moment in which I was bored, but there are some scenes in this movie that I feel could have been cut out. Like, there's a scene in this movie where one of the girls in this movie, she keeps getting grabbed by her foot, and it happens. There's two scenes exactly like that. One is like going deeper into it, and the second, well, and the other is like kind of hinted at something's wrong. It happens like early on in the movie, and here's another problem with this movie. It kind of takes a little too long to get going. Mainly because there's some redundant scenes that I just mentioned. And what else? There's like there's a basement scene in this movie that I didn't really think worked. It's pretty much the scene that's on the cover of the Blu-ray that I have. I didn't really like it. I thought it was kind of flat. And there's some stupid horror cliches in this movie that are pretty dumb. Like getting locked in the basement for no reason. You know, stuff like that. But there's more things to enjoy in this movie than not to enjoy, I feel. And if you haven't seen The Conjuring, I would recommend it. It's not a terrible movie. It's not a great movie. It's a fun, passable movie that I guess did what it had to pretty much launch itself as a franchise. Even though the franchise isn't doing too well right now. With movies like The Nun and Annabelle Comes Home. And 2014's Annabelle. That movie sucked. But as a standalone movie, it's fine enough. And my grade would probably be a B-. And for those who have been sticking with me with my channel and saw my review for Annabelle Creation, you know I gave that movie like a B or something. But I haven't seen that movie in a long time, so if I rewatch it, it might change. So, who knows. A B- movie, it's good, it's enjoyable. If you watch it, you'll have a good time, I think. And that's really all I have to say about The Conjuring. There's probably more I could have talked about, but it's just not coming into my head at the moment. Sorry about that. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Conjuring down below. I'm interested to hear what you have to say, because it is an older movie. Kind of. And, what? Oh, that's where I left off. And my social media links, they'll be in the description down below. And it's for Twitter, the Stardust, Facebook, and Instagram. So, I try to be as entertaining as possible. So, if you want to follow me there, feel free to. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. This is just made up as it goes along. The next horror movie I'm going to be talking about most likely would be The Exorcist. I think that'll be good. But anyways, thank you for watching and have a great day.